Scroll and Sword, welcome back. We just read 9 and 10 of 1 Kings, and I want to look at chapter 10, the passage in verses 14 through 29. Solomon, he receives a crazy, wild, biblical number that you will be sure to recall, 666. He receives 666 talents of gold in 1 year. I don't know if you're anything like me. I would have been like, hey, could you give me one more, or could you take one away? I will gladly do either. Or so he receives that many number of gold talents in 1 year, and the number sits inside of a chapter overflowing with wealth, horses, chariots, and royal display. But I want to expand upon a passage of scripture that we read months ago in Deuteronomy 17, where it warned that Israel's king not to multiply horses, not to multiply wives, silver, or gold. And 1 Kings 10 starts showing Solomon surrounded by the very things kings were told to be careful with. Can we pause for a second? The thing that is surrounding you right now, the sin that is surrounding you, the bad choices and the decisions that are surrounding you right now, you have already been warned against those things. And scholars, they note that 1 Kings and 2 Kings even present Solomon's glory with tension because his success is so impressive, but also spiritually dangerous. And the 666 talents, they're not just a weird number. They become a warning that abundance can quietly bend into excess when blessing is no longer submitted to obedience. We gotta watch our hearts with what we are surrounding with. This past year, I have fallen in love with a hobby, the hobby of bonsai. Yes, I said bonsai, and I really mean bonsai. Bonsai means like war for the emperor, but bonsai means potted tree or tree in a container. So yeah, the little cute little Mr. Miyagi trees, I've fallen in love with that hobby. But even a subculture of bonsai is called yamadori, which that means you essentially go tree hunting. You go out in the wild and you find wild trees that you get up out of the wild and you start to cultivate in a pot. And I started loving that, man. You know, I've deer hunted before and I've been out in the woods, but this was just different for me. Long story long, I harvested hundreds, I'm telling you, hundreds of trees up out of the wild. And all with permission, of course, but I didn't have enough room. I didn't have enough soil. I had to continue going places to buy different kinds of bonsai soil, more and more and more. I didn't have enough room. So I got a problem, y'all. It's like I was just surrounded with something that was good, but the surroundedness was starting to consume me. So the problem wasn't necessarily the hobby at all, but it was the excess of what I was creating. So I had to stop. I had to push pause, and I had to get my mind right. So the problem is this with Solomon. The problem is not having resources. The problem is when resources start having you. So ask yourself where increase has made you less dependent instead of being more thankful. I should have been thankful for the 20, 40, 50, 60, maybe 100 trees, but in the multiple hundreds got a little crazy. So notice where success has made you harder to correct. I guarantee a few times some people came up to me, dude, that's a lot of trees. You need those trees? Actually, nobody ever said that. Where were y'all when I needed you? But I would not have accepted that very well. Where in your life has success made you harder to correct? And ultimately, please keep bringing your blessings back under obedience before they become idols. God can trust surrendered hands with blessing, but excess will expose an unsurrendered heart. Love y'all. See you in the discussion room.